Heidi-ho, I'm back. Okay, it's time to do a couple of examples of just order of operation of how we count, right? What symbol overrides what symbol? Be wary of the phrase PEMDAS or PERMDAS. Just be wary of it. We're going to talk it out, what it means, okay? So I have one that's just two operations, relatively simple, one that's a little more complicated. I will link a few more examples. Follow along if you can, yeah. Okay, so here's our first example up here. I should have hidden this one. Pretend like you don't see this yet. Should I drop it down? That's just too much work for me. Okay, so order of operations examples. 2, I'm going to use the x until we get into algebra. I'll start using dots, but let's just for now. 2 times 3 minus 4. What is that? How do we simplify that? Okay, we need a single number. This is an operation of things and it becomes something else. Right after we do these things in counting, right? So, well, 2 3 times is, and I'm going to do this the long way so we really get it. Teachers will use this phrase, and I'm sorry. Let's unpack this. But as a math teacher, what I mean by that is, like, let's actually figure out what this is. So the last lesson we put it in there, right? But what is 2 3 times? It's 2 added to itself 3 times, right? 2 plus 2 plus 2. Minus 4. Well, now it's kind of obvious what goes first, right? We have to deal with this first. Because if we go back even a lesson and talk about signed numbers, right? And I said you could do it in any order. You can. You could go, 2 minus 4, that's negative 2, and 2. This whole thing's going to end up being 2, positive 2. But if you want to skip to the order of operations thing, you say 2 times 3 is 6 minus 4. 6 minus 4 is 2. As I kind of rambled through it, but if you want to do the the way that we were talking about with changing, it didn't matter the order. 2 and negative 4 is negative 2. 2 plus negative 2. 0. 2 plus 0 equals 2. It doesn't matter. Either way, it's going to be 2. Okay, this comes first. I want to do another one like that before we jump into something harder. Got my twins cap today. So let's quickly say, what about 7 times 9, 12? Ooh, now we got it. Maybe we needed to know what our times tables are. Maybe you remember the trick for 9. Do you remember this trick? So 9s, you can use your finger. Okay? You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you put that finger down, and you have 6 on this side, and 3 on this side. That's the answer, 63. Now, this is the multiplication, so you do it first, okay? Now, this goes into column counting, which you could do if you need to, right? 6 plus 1 is 7. 3 plus 2 is 5. Yes, I should have gone from the tiny first, but I'm sorry, I'm cutting corners because we are eventually trying to get to algebra, right? Not algebra, just algebra. Okay, let's try this one. What do I do first? Let's find it in here. What this symbol is. This is a subtraction. This is a multiplication. Addition, subtraction. So which needs to go first? Well, this one, because this is a batched addition, right? 5 times 3 is 15. Now we put all the rest back into place. Now we're dealing with, do you see what I did there? Now we're dealing with signed numbers that we did in a previous lesson. Don't worry about, this is where PEMDAS becomes weird, of like, oh, you do this first. No, just plow ahead like your number line, right? So let's remind ourselves of that. And we do want to be able to do this faster. I'll show you the faster in a second. But, oh, can you see my number line? So I'm going to do, remember, positives, negatives. So we start at 0. We go plus 4. Then we go minus 15. Where did we land? What's 4? So if we actually counted this out, we're now at negative 11. Plus 7. If we actually counted this out, we're now at negative 4. Now, oh snap, we're subtracting 11 again. Well, where did we land? Now we're at negative 15. You might have noticed my two positive numbers are offset by this one negative, and so this negative becomes the answer. But you can always use the number line. This one was harder, it was more involved, but it's still counting, okay? Maybe pause the video, go back through, pause it when you get to here and see if you can solve it yourself. I know I ran through fast. It's because of the fact that I want to keep these short. All right, 7 minutes. Pause and go back through, and pause and go back through. Good luck.